All rise as we drink the Kool-Aid. I don't know where else I was going with that. Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with that either.
Ryan said all rise, and I did my best to play off that, but I had 30 seconds, so that's all you get. Also, I almost called you Ryan. Bill, you're gonna be at Mido, right?
Correct.
Same here. We are going to redo that intro because that intro with me is me spiked up on caffeine from a year and a half ago, and also that I haven't had that logo in like a year. So we need to. We need another rebrand to get my drift. So
Less a rebrand, more an update.
Yeah, yeah, not like StreamYard does, but an update.
No.
So we had some not technical difficulties, just shit's happening to StreamYard. That's not the end of the world, but it's pissing us off. But that's not the point.
I have
Ryan,
no controls. Trevor is completely in charge.
Yeah, like I gave him permissions. I gave Bill my login info, right? He logged in as me all the time. So like me and him were acting as me on StreamYard. He had access.
Trevor.
Now, what did you learn? Stop it.
Let myself back in.
That was that. I was trying to do that Dave Chappelle skit. What did you learn? Stop it. There's a lot of words that he uses that I can't. But it's Dave Chappelle. You can pick up what I'm putting down. Anyway, yeah. So StreamYard's gone to shit. So yeah, temporarily. But anyway, welcome back to Haunted Casket number. Bill,
I have no idea.
54. I don't know. It's something.
20 something.
Let's see. Pause everyone for the live research of podcast number. I should have been more prepped.
28.
28.
28.
28.
Yeah. We missed the last couple.
Yeah, between sickness, personal life, and Rock Island prep, we just could not get here. But we're back. We're square. Some of us are octagon. Some of us are a
trapezoid.
Some of us are tetrahedron. I don't even know what a tetrahedron looks like. I just know the term. I'm waiting, Trevor. Waiting for what?
Now we're all waiting. Hey,
dead air.
How do you keep two idiots in suspense?
God damn it, Ryan, you got us. But this is gonna be. Oh, you're waiting on me to find the episode number. Oh, Bill won. Anyway,
28.
This is episode 28. This is going to be the Rock Island recap. We are not going to be recapping the expo itself and everything that happened.
Because I didn't get to experience any of it other than my museum.
Sarah and Rob and a couple of others, including me, I think, is going to actually do like a whole like huge stream about that. So this is going to just going to be about Empty Casket Talking Board Museum, VHF82 films and Unlock 82, and just talk about it, have a good time. So, Bill, do you want me to start off, or do you want to start?
Why don't you start? Let's start right here.
Okay.
Last year, Trevor's setup was shit. This year, Trevor's setup was a hell of a lot better. It actually looked like you tried.
I don't think I don't think I have a picture, but I can scroll and see dates. See October 2024. So it would have been October. Okay, here. Yeah, I actually have it. G. Oh my god, this is goddamn awful. I'm airdropping this to my laptop because I want you guys to see this dog shit in beauty. All right, my god. What the fuck was I thinking when I did this? Well,
I don't
actually,
think you were.
I don't, yeah, I don't think I was. Image file. Yeah, I'll just downloads. I can't share that image because the fucking extension's wrong. I gotta share screen. Give me a second. Uh, allow, yes. Okay. Oh god. Spray painted a bed sheet, which I still used at this past one, but I turned it around and inside out so you could see it. Like only I could. I was promoting my found footage and my Ouija boards that I no longer make. So yeah.
Yeah, last year did
Yeah.
not look good.
um Candy, how's it going? How's it going?
Hi, Candy.
Uh how's it stuck on how's it going? Um James Dablemont, nice to see you in here. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. But yeah, that my booth last year was god awful. So was I. Like I dropped the ball on so many fronts, I'll be honest. But this year, um the great interviewing process and live chat was brought to you by Ashley Moreno in the Realm of Darkness. Great people. She's awesome. Um, and I was there with uh VHF82 films, my found footage, and Unlock 82, my dark analog art. It actually I need to mute my phone. That was you.
Yes,
Pause.
pictures for later.
Okay. Um yeah, so I actually I invested close to $700 into my booth over the course of months. Uh, actual like proper shirts made, hand painted shirts made. Which I want to talk more about my hand painted shirts here in a bit because there's actually a story behind those. No one bought any of them. Didn't expect them to. There's a reason why I only made 8, 2 in each size. But there's a story behind those too. Well, not really a story, but a concept and ideology. $7 he bought a $7 skeleton key necklace. Those are my best seller. I sold 2 VHF shirts that Rob made, which you told me that it would take Rob like a year to make me shirt. I just bugged the shit out of him and he made them for me.
Well, yeah, it'll take a year unless you bug him because
Oh,
he does too many things and forgets.
yeah. We love Rob with the passion.
Yes.
But yeah, Rob made me some cool shirts. I sold two of those. I will make a post here soon, but I do have small, medium, larges, and XL still in stock of my VHF 82 film shirts. I'll make a post on Facebook about that later. But if you want one, whenever you see one, and you're gonna be at Mid-O on November 15th for the community gathering, instead of buying one online, just Venmo me so you don't have to pay any of the shipping costs, and I'll deliver the fucker. It'll save you probably close to $10. So yeah. Bailey's here. Bailey
Oh no.
Basinger. Bailey Basinger. Also, while we're doing shout outs, before I forget, pause.
Pausing.
Bailey, you're welcome. She has started a new photography business. She's in the process of setting up her Facebook pages. I do not have the logo on hand, so I'm sorry I can't show the logo at the moment. But her business is Forgotten Frames. Love the fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
And she was polite enough to give me one for free because it was a skeleton keyhole. She sells them for 5, or did. She may have raised the price. She for as beautiful as these fucking things are, she needs to raise the price. I'd sell these for 7 or 10, to be honest. I would have bought it for 10. But there's it's in a plastic film, so I gotta like not reflect my laptop.
Yeah, her work is really, really good. She got some awesome pictures of my museum. One thing that we wanted to do while we were out there that we didn't get a chance to was Tanya and I wanted some new promo photos, and we were going to ask Kaylee to do it, and then we just never had the opportunity because it was such a busy weekend.
Like, I'll be
So,
honest.
Kaylee, at some point, we're going to ask you for that.
Yeah. Like, I will say this. If there's good lighting, I take good pictures, like if the angle's right, like what I did at MSP. But Kaylee doesn't need, because like all the pictures that I take are either like raw, old school, like in the moment. Like not all of them look good, but they all tell a story. I take good, like photogenic pictures like Kaylee does. If lighting's already there, if everything's already there, you just step into the right place on the floor and I go, oh shit, stop. But Kaylee doesn't need good lighting. She can take a picture of a fucking car in a parking lot and make it look cool. Like, her photography skills are unmatched. So, Kaylee, eventually get like a DSLR or something. But right now, your phone is killing it. But
Mm-hmm.
for Forgotten Frames, buy your shit. Sell
Agreed.
your prints on.
Do it.
Sell your prints online, which I'm sure you're gonna get there at some point. I'm just hurry up, bitch.
Yeah, print on demand is your friend.
Print, yes, or Walgreens. That's where she went.
Print on demand, because then people can. She doesn't have to put any money up front. People can order the stuff in different sizes. It gets printed and sent right to them.
Oh,
It's passive
oh,
income.
I thought you meant like she had to physically go to this place. Like
No,
it
no,
was
no, no,
somewhere in New York.
no,
Or
no, no. There's
oh,
services online. You
oh,
upload your
okay.
stuff, and then people buy, and you could have it print on canvas or shirts or pictures or whatever.
Sorry, I'm eating
Corn
here and there.
nuggets.
Corn nuggets. I'm eating here and there because I got home half an hour before this started. I did not have time to do anything but shower and feed my cats. But yes, for Forgotten Frames. But back to my stuff, the less important shit. No, I'm kidding. But VHF Films sold some shirts. I had a lot of, believe it or not, at least with the people that came through, I would safely say that I had probably close to 80 to 100 people actually stop at my booth, which is,
That's pretty
if
good.
let's just say 100, right? 100 people stopped at my booth. That's 99 more than last year. I had one. Granted, I get it. But I had one person stop. And the funny thing was, I still remember this to this day. She stopped at my booth, looked at me, looked down at my banner, looked back at me and go, so what's this?
Yeah, that was a pity stop right there.
Yeah. So I out of all, let's just say for example, 100 people came by just for the sake of ease. Out of all 100 people that stopped by, I introduced my table as early 2000s VHS5 is it like is here. Stop on by. Those who stayed, I said, so do you guys know what found footage is? Only like 5 of them said yes. A lot of people don't know what found footage is. And I get, I
I'm
think
sure they know. They probably just don't know that's what it's called.
Yeah,
Because I
but
mean, with Paranormal Activity and Blair Witch and everything, I'm sure they know what it is.
yeah, yeah. Just I was like, do you know what found footage is? And a lot of people was like, no. I'm like, oh. So then I pointed at my shirt because the back of my shirt like it gives like a list and like tallies of like what it is, and then like, oh, so it was like vintage film. I'm like, kind of. It appears as such. It's this, and this, and this. I go, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah. Have you ever seen like VHS or the Blair Witch? And they go, yes or no, and I go, it's like that, and they go, okay. Then they watched and they're like, so you don't edit these? I'm like, I edit them. I just don't add effects. I literally film, throw the segments of what I filmed in order, but then export it. There's nothing else. And they go, that sounds so simple. I'm like, the editing process is very simple. It's knowing how to tell the story with just you and the camera. You don't rely on effects, you don't rely on voiceovers, words on screen. None of that is allowed. And found you it's just you and your camera. And if you don't tell a story after you're done filming, you're fucked. And they're like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, yeah. So sold a lot of my necklaces, which I kind of expected it because that was the cheapest thing that I sold, but honestly, I just didn't expect anyone to bite on those, but I made about 35 of them, sold about 17.
Nice.
So, I got
That's
free
not
gas
not
home.
too bad. And then
Um,
you had some of your prints for sale too.
didn't sell any prints, which I
Oh,
get.
that's not entirely true. You
Oh, well,
traded one.
I traded one. Alright, so this beautiful man, um, I went down no.
Yeah,
You
don't say
came up
that.
I went down on this man, no. Um, you came upstairs to give all the raffle boards to Sarah and Candy,
Mhm.
and, I noticed a random black one in the midst of it, but I'm like, "It's for something," so I was just gonna walk off, and then you stopped me and said, "Here." It took me a second to focus on what it was, but I'm like, "This motherfucker's gonna make me cry."
Well, grab it. It's right behind you.
Yeah. Uh, very sorry about that. That just jumped out. I am so sorry. People can't hear me right now, so talk.
They can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
we can
you
hear you.
can hear me? Oh shit. Okay, the mic's above my head. But yeah, this is a VHF Films 82. The
Dude, it's your company.
I've had a long day. VHF 82 Films talking board, Ouija board, and I cried, even though I didn't want to admit it. I cried. Um,
The
yeah.
little frames of film there at the bottom are actually segments from some of his videos. And yes, I went through all of your videos to find cool shit to grab and put in there.
Well,
I didn't use all of your videos, but I went through them all.
3 of them are thumbnails.
Uh, that might be the case, but I went through every video
This
looking
mo
for stuff to grab, and like there was something the Get Haunted and Paranormally Blonde. I wanted to have that in there because I mean
Yeah,
that's big.
and
I wanted your logo in there, and
I like how you did the logos on the inside. Like, you targeted the inside for the logos, yeah.
yep,
But
symmetry.
yeah. Yeah. He handed me this, and then I did cry a little bit, and, and then I'm like, "Hey, before I forget, because if I forget this after you just did this, for me, I'm gonna feel like an asshole." So I'm like, "Come over to my booth right now, pick out a print." And you chose it's all a mystery, right? The one with
Yeah,
all the questions? Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Give me one
Which
second.
I am having a hell of a time trying to find a frame that it fits in.
9x12.
I know. So
Wow.
here's something that I'm learning as I'm buying a bunch of like prints and stuff. There are common print sizes for artwork.
It's usually 8x10, isn't it?
No,
Then
no, no,
you
no.
no.
So no. So there are very common print sizes for artwork, and there are very common frame sizes, and they are not the same.
Oh,
The the common frame sizes are for pictures, but for art, unless you get to poster size,
yeah.
it becomes difficult. And it's not just yours. Like I've bought tons of pieces of art over the last couple of years that took me forever to find frames for. Some of them I actually had to have custom frames made. Well,
Custom frames are so fucking expensive.
I made the custom frame because I have a wood shop
Oh,
and I can do that. But yeah, so I got 2 more local places I got to check for a 9x12 before I go and make one.
damn. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's the industry is kind of has done that to people. So
Hell, eventually, once I'm done with this, which you'll be able to see it. Once I'm done with this is a 24x48.
wow.
I talked to my local supplier that prints them off in person. It only takes them about 2 hours to print off 5. He said that print will roughly be about $48 to print off, not including the little bit of profit that I want to make and shipping. So if you eventually want to buy this, it's nowhere near done yet. It'll be months, probably next year, to be honest with you. Once I'm done with this print will probably be closer to about $80.
I'm going to give you the same advice I gave Kaylee. Look at print on demand stuff for selling online.
I did, and it's not good for what I need. I want things actually printed on actual canvas print.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a place
there's a lot of places that do it, but they charge out the ass. I checked 3 places online. You printing, there was some art-based store. I forget the name, and for imprint. They all offered canvas prints, and you upload a picture, they'll print it on the canvas and ship it out. For my 9x12s, at the time that I was looking, the cheapest one for 9x12s was Printing, and it was $19 like a pop for each. That was the cheapest. My local and even if I paid the $19, it would have took about a week and a half to get here. My local distributor does the same thing for $15.60, and I get it the same day. So
check Printful. I've used them before for stuff, and they, I've used them for stuff because they were really good prices. It wasn't canvas, but
yeah,
might be worth checking out them.
Real quickly, I'm gonna catch up on comments. We've been just talking and us haven't been doing that. Steven, nice to see you in here.
Mr. Kometz.
I will see you at Middo.
Oh, good. I'm glad he's going to be at Middo. I haven't seen Steven in a while.
I think he's gonna be at Middo. The last time we talked to him,
he better be at Middo because now I'm expecting him.
The last time we talked about it, I thought he said that he was. Steven, if I imaginarily put you at Middo, I'm sorry. You love the key necklaces? Thank you. They're cheap to make. I made hardly no profit on them. I'm not say hardly. I made $4 on each one. That's not a lot for a necklace, but I'm not there to get rich. Yeah. There to give a good price and laugh and smile. Eric, Testicle Man, how's it going, man?
Dude, you got to send me your REM pod so I could fix it for you.
Yeah, Yeah.
He contacted me over the summer and asked me, I forget what he said happened to it, but he needed repair. I'm like, yeah, I'll fix that for you. Just send it my way. And then, life happened, and he hasn't done it yet.
Brittany,
Which is fine because I got busy too. But
I will bring you a key necklace to Middo, and pause real quick. Brittany, do not leave. And Kaylee, do metal prints. Disc plates are cool. It's like a site you can make your own metal plates and shit. I will not sell my stuff on eBay. I'm selling them on Extreme Ticketing. eBay is great. I've sold shit on eBay all the time, but I want to help out Rob too.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the process of setting up my shop too. I made my account, but honestly, it probably won't be till after mid-O, or due to how busy I'm a FedEx driver. Christmas is going to be hell. I probably won't have all the shops and shit like public. They'll be set up and like worked on like in the background, but publicly probably won't be public till January. But just hold your ass cheeks and it'll come eventually. But be right back. Brittany, don't fucking leave.
So I don't know where he's going, but speaking of Trevor being a FedEx driver, every time I see a FedEx driver anywhere in the country, I always mumble under my breath, "Fucking Trevor." So yeah, from now on, all FedEx drivers are Trevor.
Bill's a bitch. Did you see my hand? Yeah, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
I love you, Bill. Okay, Brittany, I showed you this earlier, but I want to show this to Bill as well. Bill, I don't know if you'll know what this is. You don't watch TikTok at all. Shit, it's folded up and weird.
I mean, that's pretty on brand for you, Trevor.
I'm not gonna show them now. If you do you watch any sort of like videos on social media like YouTube or Instagram or anything?
On occasion.
All right. Go to whichever one and just type in Marcus the Worm and enjoy. Enjoy. I'm not going to talk a lot about it because it has nothing to do with the paranormal whatsoever. I just saw her, had to show it. Type Marcus the Worm in on YouTube even. Marcus the Worm compilation.
That sounds familiar. I might have seen Tanya might have shown me something with that.
It's the most no context, out of pocket, but yet family friendly shit ever. It's literally just this VR chat game world. I don't know much about the VR chat stuff, but this VR chat game world, like you literally are living like real life. You can buy a house, go to gas stations, hang out at pools. You know, you're just living in a virtual reality basic world. You can create your own character. You can make your own character. You can choose whatever you want and choose your own voice filter. This person created half worm, half human with like this like monotone AI voice. It's the best thing ever. But next topic.
Put up Brittany's last comment.
I'm going to crochet you one.
Yeah, it's been a really long day. I read that as crotchet.
I'm gonna crotchet you.
It took me a minute. Then I realized I'm an idiot. It's been a long day.
Robert, that shirt is pissing me off. Oh, I want to explain at least the context of this comment first. She's not talking about Robert, our Robert. So
I figured.
The person behind the VR chat, the one that makes the videos, the one that Marcus is talking to, his name is Robert. That's just the name that it chose. The viral clip that started all of this was they're at a campfire. And those little rocks around this shitty ass like homemade campfire, all the rocks are big except one. And there's a small rock in between the big rocks that's like leaving a bunch of weird space. And Marcus bends down on he's a tall, lanky, skinny man. So like him bending down and getting close looks really weird. And he goes, Robert, I don't like this rock. And he stays bent down, looks up at Robert, looks down at the rock, and he goes, Robert. And then he gets really close to the camera and goes, it's pissing me off. But it's a lot funnier when you watch it. I do it no fucking justice. But
That is true.
anyway. No one bought any prints, but it's okay. Prints will be for sale on Extreme Ticketing, hopefully sooner rather than later. Hopefully I get that print done over the Christmas time, because obviously we have no events during the Christmas time, and I can't travel on the weekends for about a month. So hopefully my Sundays will just be me painting. See, that's unlock 82. Oh, the shirts, because I think films. Two more things. The hand painted shirts. It's gonna sound really fucked up, but just bear with me. I have a dark sense of creating things. The hand painted shirts. Oh, they're all folded up nice. They're literally they're hand painted with like a paintbrush and fabric paint. There's no like other things going on. The hand painted shirts look very niche. They're very homemade looking. They to someone they may look like shit, and I get it. But I love them with a passion, because a lot of analog found footage VHS horror that I watched when I was a kid was very barbaric in theme. Um, and there was always usually one scene or even a whole story behind where someone was locked up in a well or a dungeon or like a little cage, and they got so desperate and went so fucking insane and crazy that they would scrape their nails or cut their fingers or something and draw with their own blood on the wall some creepy message or a picture or an emblem or something. And I always thought that that type of grungy, blood-filled artwork on a grungy ass dungeon wall was cool. And I wanted to emulate that in as basic human way as I could. So, not with all of my artworks, unless you just want one. Um, I will be creating hand painted, blood writing esque style shirts that relate to a certain piece of artwork. And that's what I was going with. I couldn't explain all that shit in person to every single person at the con. I would have no voice.
So
Nor
so I curious, what are you using to paint them?
uh, the same brush that I use to paint on canvas.
No. What kind of paint?
Oh, it's actual like fabric paint.
Okay.
Like it's specialized paint for shirts.
Okay. Just making
They're
sure.
like they're $12 a pop, which thankfully they last a while. But
So you can get the hell is it called? I think it's called fabric medium, and you can mix that in with regular acrylic paints to turn any paint into a fabric paint.
oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I my normal paint tubes for my artwork I pay like $5 for,
Hmm.
but the fabric paint that I get at Michael's is like 12, and I bought 3 bottles. So, but if they sell, cool. If they don't, cool. But I genuinely love to make that type of artwork. Just knowing that, like, as I'm doing this, I'm like, this reminds me of just like VHS dark, deathly scenes. It makes me happy. I may need help, but that's not the point. Uh, but um, but yeah, and other than that, the last thing, and then Bill can take it away. He can have the whole last half hour to an hour, however long. But VHF 82 films. I will be dropping a new film this weekend. I just set the date in my head. I'm like, when can I drop this? I'll do it this weekend. It is a slightly longer film, like 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Um, I filmed at the Trifecta in Kentucky. Um, I will be doing a Goatman's film at the Goatman's Bridge. I will be doing a night at the Ditto House, which was a separate night but same location.
Oh man, that
Um,
place.
so yeah, that place, that fucking. I was gonna talk shit, but or Denise may be lurking in the 8 people that's here, and I may not be aware. I'm just fucking with you. I'll be doing a night at the Ditto House film. That's already done. I just gotta that'll be my longest film yet. So I want to like prep it and advertise it and shit. The Goatman's Bridge, same thing. I still have to edit that. But that'll be done by the end of the year. And then there's one more that
That
I
that was a wild afternoon. Goatman's
yes.
Bridge.
Yeah. And then one small film where like I recorded bits and pieces of us, you and Kaylee at the trifecta, that alien that Kaylee caught, and also some cemetery shots. I'm gonna call it like the lost tapes of Fort Duffield or something creepy that makes sense. That'll drop this weekend sometime. Look out for. Probably won't make any promos. I'll probably just be like, you found it. Here it is. But yeah. And then last but not least, I still need to talk to Rob and Sarah about like promoting it. But I know it'll happen because I'm bringing my camera, and it'll happen to some extent. Um, but Mid O community gathering with the 3. Um, what I want to do, and let me know if this is a good or a bad idea. But what I want to do is make a found footage film called The Gathering, but instead of an E, it's the 3 in Gathering,
Oh,
and film before it and a little bit after it, but mainly during it, and like use it as like kind of like a looking in instead of behind the scenes, you're looking inside the scene of how the community comes together in a very no context needed. Here's what you get type of ways. But yeah,
you're gonna like Mido.
why'd you say
It
it like that?
it's
You're
it's
gonna
bit
like me though.
you are. It's one of my favorite places to investigate. Like it's some wild shit happens there.
I'm fucking ready. I say that I'm ready. I'm probably not, but I think I am.
Just make sure at some point during that night you go to the 3rd floor, which is the top floor of the admin building,
Sorry.
and you go. So there's a bunch of rooms. Each room is meant as a different religion. It was like a chapel. If you go
Okay.
to the far end, which is the only like end room that covers both hallways, that was the Catholic room. Go down there, and then just sit there and stare down the hallway. No equipment, no lights, just watch down the hallway.
Do you know
You'll
what's
have a good
funny about
time.
that? Not about Mido specifically, but me. I'm not sure if I ever told this story in full, which I won't, because I want you to tell some shit about your stuff because it was cool. I want to talk about that fucking experiment. But legally, unless it is a funeral, unless it's a funeral, legally, I'm not allowed in any Catholic churches in the U.S.
You actually have told that story.
Okay. I
Yeah.
am legally
That
a bastard to the Catholic the clergy, and unless I am invited to a funeral, I cannot be in one. I mean, obviously, if I come in and I don't say anything and they don't catch me, then who gives a shit? But like, if they find out that I'm there, legally, they can make me leave.
So if anybody wants to hear that story in full, it was one of our first episodes, like one of the first 3 or 4 episodes, somewhere in there, he told that story.
Hey, Susan, I'd love to meet you at Rock Island. You're an amazing person. And also, Brittany, what shirt does Mike want? The bloody one with the waiting death, or a VHF? Like he's a skinny dude. I got his size. I just need to know which one. But anyway, we're releasing a film this weekend. Goatman's Bridge will come eventually. A Night at the Ditto House will be coming relatively soon, and the gathering is going to be like a in-person filming, go with the flow thing. That's what I got planned. Bill, take it away.
So Ryan's comment,
Ryan.
yeah, that you're right. The haunted tattoo shop in New Jersey is Convent. Get in touch with them beforehand, so maybe you could get some ink while you're out there. They do fantastic work.
They did the get haunted only text part of my logo of that. The B and the skull I got done here at home, but the get haunted Deja Mac did it.
Yeah, they do great work. In fact, I gotta contact Amber. I might be going out there in November for some more ink.
Well, never mind. That's no, I was gonna ask the question about someone that works there and not the time. If you get my drift, continue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's. I was like, oh, convent. Let's talk about it, but that's not the time. Anyway, empty casket, talking board, a museum, the experiment. I'm ready to talk about that experiment whenever you get to it.
We'll get to the experiment.
Yeah. Okay. It's all you.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I was not sure what to expect because we were in the basement, down a dead end hallway, and I'm like, oh man, I hope people actually come down here and see us. But we had, it was what, like 2,300, 2,400 people come through Rock Island. I'd say at least 1,500 to 2,000 came down to our museum.
It was like 2389 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 actually came down to our museum. We had a constant flow of people, which was, it was a blessing and a curse. It was awesome to have that many people come through, and everybody loved the museum for the most part. Nobody had anything bad to say about it. There was a few people came down who didn't. They came down with
Hi, Sarah.
the people they were. Hi, Sarah. They came down with people that wanted to go see the museum, and they didn't want to go actually walk into the rooms. And those were the people I wanted to go talk to. And I actually got some of them to walk into the room with me, and we talked about stuff. And like the whole point of the museum is to reduce people's fear about Ouija boards, and so that's what I was, trying to do. And in most cases, were successful to some extent. Yeah, we had a lot of people come down. The only problem with that, we didn't get a chance to see anybody else. We weren't able to leave, and we actually had to close the doors and kick a few people out so that we can go get food.
I was about to say, like, I saw you behind the Get Haunted booth for 10 minutes, and then you were gone the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, we there was like a group of people in, so we closed the doors real quick. We let them finish up. We're like, okay, you guys got to go because we haven't eaten. It was like 2:00. We hadn't eaten yet that day. Like, we need to go get some food. So we put a sign up that we'll be back in a half hour. Went, grabbed some food. We ate it behind the Get Haunted table. I talked to Patty Negri for about 2 minutes. And then we went back downstairs, and there was a line of people waiting to get into the museum. And we're like, holy crap.
Hey, Sarah, are you still here? I'm not sure. I know you just commented, but I just wanted to make sure, because if you are, I'm going to show you something real quick that you'll find funny. But continue.
Yeah, Brittany, definitely messaged me about the Annabelle case, the little boo-boo Annabelle case. I'm going to be making a few more of those.
Okay, Sarah, real quick. Sarah found this shit funny. I want to show her that shirt, and then we'll get back into it.
I don't know what he's doing.
It's the Marcus shirt.
Oh,
Sarah, you're running the. You're not ruining the vibe, but the shirt.
Yeah, the shirt's definitely ruining the vibe.
It's just so funny. Bill, watch them, but continue. Pat, yeah.
Yeah. So Trevor was not the only man that I made cry though that weekend. We
what did you say to Rob?
No, we had a guest come through. He saw the Vincent Price board that I had made, and he was a huge Vincent Price fan. Me and him started talking about some of his movies and whatnot. And he goes, this board is so cool. I gotta see about getting one. I'm like, dude, I got 2 of them for sale. And it's like, well, I'm sure they're a ton of money. And like, they're $75. He goes, you just sold one. So I showed him the boards that I had because each one's wood. So pick which one you want. And he picked it, paid, and then he just stared at it for a little bit and started crying. He was so excited to have that Vincent Price Ouija board.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Sarah, I'm not sure if you saw the one that Bill made for me. Sorry, I'm eating. Sorry, but that shit made me cry. After I got done crying, I gave him a print. I looked at him dead in the face, in a joking sense, but I also very much meant it. I told him, I promise you, I'm not gonna rebrand ever again. This is the first board he's made, but or second, first, the second board. So I'm like, I promise
Second
you, I
for you.
won't. Yeah, I was like, I promise I won't change my logo again. But
So Chris is bringing up the little Annabelles. Yeah, we had 2 little Annabelles with us. That was the only 2 I had left. Both of those sold. And then we had at least 10 people come down asking about little Annabelle. In which case I'm like, I don't have any more, but here's my card. Send me a message and we'll hook you up. So I ended up little Annabelles are available for pre-order. If you go to my page on Extreme Ticketing, you can pre-order. The pre-order will be open until the end of the month, and then I'll start making them in November. So whatever we
Extreme
sell is what I'll make.
Ticketing. Is it Empty Casket? Is it slash Empty Casket?
I think so.
Okay. Empty Casket. Go there. Well, what was that noise?
That was my phone. It was touching the computer.
Oh.
Yeah, little Annabelles were big. We ran into Wade the next morning in the hotel as we were leaving, and we were talking to him for a bit, and he's like, yeah, the little Annabelles were huge. He was, a couple of people had them and they came up and they were having Nesper sign them. So I would take it from them. I'm going around, get everybody to sign it. And as I'm walking through the museum with it, there's 20 people asking, where do I get those? So I sent them down to you. So yeah, I love Wade.
There was one guy I didn't get his name, and he may have came down, but there was one guy that walked up to my booth. We talked about found footage for a little bit, and he had a Misfits shirt on. And then I go, dude, do you like Misfits a lot, or
Yeah,
do you just like the shirt? He goes, dude, I'm a Misfits fan. I'm like, okay. It kind of was a weird conversation. Like after that, about I'm like, okay, I am not, but and he goes, okay.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And then I go, okay, but hear me out. I'm like, have you been down to the Empty Casket talking board museum? And he goes, no, we just went through the orange thing and now we're here. I'm like, okay, cool. Go down, do that. He has a Misfits board. I think I said he had 2 or 3 of them. I think you said you had two or three of them. Like he has 2 or 3 of them. I'm not sure if they're for sale. Don't hold me to it, but you can at least look and observe and take pictures. He makes custom boards, and I showed him the one you made me. I'm like, go look at it, and then he goes, "Oh shit, bet." And he goes, "I'll come back later." I'm like, "I don't care. Go have fun. Go." And they kind of like.
I know exactly who you're talking about because I was standing in the hallway outside our merch room and I saw him walking down the hallway with a purpose. And I'm just like, you need to come with me right now. and I took him into the one room that had the boards in it. And because I had my Misfits board that I made, a Michael Graves board. So for those who don't know, Michael Graves was one of the singers of the Misfits. I had one of his boards that he signed. And then I had Misfits, Danzig, and Sam Hain boards designed by Glenn Danzig, who is the original singer of the Misfits, and all of them signed by Glenn Danzig. So yeah, I had like a little shrine to the Misfits there. in
His
Ouija board.
face lit up. It was confusion and then happiness because I'm like, "You like the Misfits? Yeah, I love them. Cool, I don't, but" and he's like, "Okay." And then I'm like, "No, no, no. Blah, 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 blah." And he
It,
goes,
it's
"No shit."
it's wild because I have a Misfits jacket that I wear for, as soon as it starts getting cold. I wear my Misfits jacket most of the time, and I have so many people stop me to talk about the Misfits because I wear that jacket. And even in the summer, if I'm in shorts because I have a Misfits tattoo on my leg, people will stop me and talk about the Misfits.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And I
I am going to spend probably way too much money over the next however many years it takes to go see Doyle and Danzig and Jerry Only and Peter Steele and whoever else from the Misfits that I can go see and get them to sign my Misfits Ouija board. If I can get every member to sign it, I would be a happy guy. At least the main guys.
Yeah. Now let me say this. I like the Misfits. I don't want you guys to hate me. Misfits brand, love them. They sound amazing. I love their music. I don't know them well. If you quiz me on them or ask me about my favorite song or anything regarding the history, no clue. But play me any song by them, I'll vibe to it. I love their sound. But I honestly couldn't name you a single title from any of their stuff. It's just I know their vibe. Second they get played, I'm like, that's the fucking Misfits.
Mhm.
What's the song called? Couldn't fucking tell you, but it sounds cool. So, yeah.
Yeah, another big hit was we had so I have a sex Ouija board. The you saw it, right? So
I remember walking through after my no, was this after? No, it was before where you were setting up. Everything was set up. And this was the day before the con happened. It was on Friday night, and you guys were done. I came down to check on you, and I was going from room to room just admiring. And then I'm like, 18 plus, what? And then,
so let me just say that. So it's in a
okay,
box. So
yes,
I made a box with a curtain door on it that you have to open and a big 18 plus sign so that when you open it, there it is.
yeah,
And unfortunately, so I think the red light was on when you saw it.
yes.
I forgot to shut that light off and the batteries died.
Oh,
So during the event, it didn't have the red light, but
oh well. I walk in. I go, and I wasn't like giddy about it. I walked in and I saw 18 plus, and I'm like, why is he calling this one 18 plus and not any of the others? I was confused. And then Tanya goes, "You're not old enough to see that board yet." And then I go, like genuinely dumbstruck. I'm like, well, what? Well, what do you mean? And then Bill looks at Tanya and goes, he doesn't know what that is yet, like the board itself. And Tanya goes, "Oh, you haven't seen it yet?" And I go, "No." Bill's like, just look at it." I open it up, and Kaylee and Lori were right there. I open it up, and I go, "Oh, titties!" We all just freaked out.
for those wondering, it's a Ouija board. So the tagline of it is the spirits want you to have great sex. And instead of the alphabet, it has different positions.
Yeah, and um, and I found
It
it
was
creepy
too
that
funny not to own that.
I found it creepy that none of the girls on the board had nipples. So I think I literally
Which
said,
I
"Oh,
had never
titty."
noticed until Trevor pointed it out.
I went, "Oh, titties." Um, wait, where's their nipples? And everyone just laughed even harder. I'm like, "No, I'm being serious. Where the hell are their nipples?"
Yeah, it went down exactly like he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a big hit. There was there were so many couples where one of the couples opened it up, started giggling, closed it, and then went and grabbed their significant other and said, "You got to look in here. You got to look in here." So sometimes it was the guy, sometimes it was the girl, but it was funny.
What if outside of your museum, wherever you are, You put a sign that says titties this way. Technically, you're not lying.
So
I'm
I
joking, by
wanted
the way.
what I wanted to do was for the 18 plus sign was to actually light it up to bring some attention to it. I just ran out
Okay,
of time. So I
fair.
might
That's
do that
fair.
for the future.
You need to get one of those LED signs that like flickers and is barely on, like a strip club in the Bronx would have. It's like we're open. Just our sign's been lit for 25 years and we haven't turned the fucker off yet.
But yeah, so I think I've talked about this on here before, but I have a board. I have a couple boards that have some um residual energy to it.
Yeah, you've talked about
And
this.
there was, there's one in particular that the majority of people who are sensitive tend to get drawn towards. And that continued in Rock Island, where we had a ton of people point out this specific board and like, oh, there is something with this board. And like, yeah, yeah, there is. And you are not the first one to say. And then there was also two others that a lot of people went to. And these were two boards that I've only displayed one or two other times beforehand. So I didn't have a huge um, data pool to pull from prior to Rock Island, but a lot of people went to these two other boards as well. And I'm not saying what boards they are. So in case you haven't seen my museum, when you come see it, you could try to find it. I had my haunted board that I usually display. And then I had a new haunted board that I had just got the Wednesday before the event.
This is a random thing, and I noticed it more and more every time you do it. You're the only person that I've seen do air quotes with your fingers touching.
I do that. I never noticed.
Yeah, you do this. Everyone else does this, or like openness. You like you finger it. You do
Are you
this.
sure you want to phrase it that way?
Yes, I did that on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah.
You never know with you.
Because we were just on the topic of sex boards, so I figured I'd end it on that sex joke. But like, I've noticed you close finger it, and it
Huh.
looks weird. But
I
anyway,
never noticed I do that. Thanks
but
for giving
anyway,
me a complex, Trevor.
you already have a god complex, dude.
I most certainly do not. If anything, I'm not egotistical enough. I get yelled
Yeah,
at by a lot of people that I am too humble. Sarah being
uh,
one of them,
yeah, sir. Yeah,
and
yep.
Tanya. She yells at me too for that. And Rob.
Robson never yelled at me.
He's yelled about you.
He's yelled in my general direction, and I think it's about me. No,
Um, yeah, so we had 3 rooms. We had the merch room, we had the room that had my boards, which was only half my collection. As much boards as I had in there, I ran out of space. And then but the room furthest down the hallway was the history room, which surprisingly, more people love that than the um actual collection of boards. So, it's the history of, spiritualism, and it had the spirit trumpet and spirit slate and mediumship cabinet, and then a bunch of older boards and proto boards, like things that predated the Ouija board as we know it. Um, so that people seem to really like that. And one of the things that was in there was the mediumship cabinet, which
I love
leads
that.
us to our experiment.
Mhm. Yeah, this is. I went down at the very end. I honestly forgot. I ran out of time to go do it, and then I forgot about it. And then
What is
Kaylee,
we wanted to get everybody to do it. We wanted Kaylee to do it, and you and Lori and Rob and Sarah. And it was so busy all day. We just never got a chance for
yeah.
most of them.
So how many people did do it that you personally knew?
All right. So Kaylee came down and did it. Thomas Bulger came down and do it. You did it. Those were the only three of people that I knew who did
Oh,
it.
okay. So
We
Robin Terry
had
didn't have.
100 guests do it,
Oh, okay.
and I didn't ask any of them. I didn't ask any but one to do it. And so Kaylee was the very first one. After she was done, we had a whole big line of guests coming down. So I just took the stuff and threw it on the chair inside the mediumship cabinet, not thinking anybody would actually touch it. And I'm in the other room talking to a guest, and then I hear the sounds. I'm like, what the hell? So I go back in, and there's people doing the experiment. And I'm like, what what the hell's going? I'm going to let it happen, but what the hell? um, but it was interesting because a lot of people said they felt like they got touched, and we'll talk about what the actual experiment was in a minute.
Okay.
But a lot of people said they got touched. A lot of people said they got touched in the same part of their body, which was their left arm. Some people didn't say they got touched, but afterwards their left arm was trembling a little bit. Some people had their left arm go numb or get tingly. And it always seemed to be the left arm, which I thought was really, really interesting. Then there was a handful of people, including Kaylee, and to a lesser extent you, who actually gave a story of some of the spirits there, and they all lined up as the same couple spirits. And I know you had something going on with your left arm too. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly what it was, but
So, do you want me to tell that now, or do you want to keep going?
yeah, tell your thing, and then we'll talk
Uh,
about what the actual experiment was.
all right. So, I went under, and I will say, like over the white noise, there was different levels of frequencies, high and lows, that were alternating and on repeat. And um, with my ADD and OCD, uh, the higher pitched um noises and frequencies were making me very fight or flight, tense, hyper aware. And the lower frequencies were almost like meditative. I almost like let loose and shit. Um, but during that time, um, it felt like my longer fingers, maybe like my index, ring, or middle, was one of the three or all three. On my left hand, felt like they were getting flicked, just a few times. Like they got flicked. I'm like, okay. So then I touched my fingers, and they felt numb. I'm like, weird. All right. So as I was seeing images too, but my images came later down the line. Um, I'm not sure if I asked questions because I thought you were. I think you were asking questions.
I was, yeah.
All right. So as it kept going, the frequencies were making me meditate, like loose and calm, tense and hyper aware. So I was in this constant state of just awareness. Be cautious, like comforting, tense, then back to comforting, and got to the point where I felt the flicks on the finger to the point to where uh my forearm on my left side went numb. Then soon after that, my whole left arm was just numb. I could raise it, but if I tried to hit it, it felt like I was feeling static. I'm like, this is weird. So then I muttered underneath my breath, touch me more or keep going, something along the lines of like, please touch more. Um, then after that, um, a higher frequency hit. I got hyper aware, fight or flight, and my whole body just went numb. And then at that point, I'm like, like I was almost in this sense of like a very low level of controlled paralysis, if that makes sense. Um, like I can move my body, but only if I thought hard to like I need to move this. Um, uh, I felt like there was things around me that were holding me down at that point, like, not holding me down to the point where I couldn't move. Like, if, like, 10 people around me just had their hands on me with just, like, their natural arm weight, like, they were, like, holding me or something, and, like, it was hard to move unless I thought about it, and at that point, um, this is when Bill had to pull me out. I saw a door down a long hallway. Like, and I say long, I mean like 100 yards of a football field long. The door was like a full size door, was like the size of my iPhone in front of me, like a long, long hallway with no other doors. There was nothing on the walls. I just saw blank hallway, door at the end. Like imagine like the door you see in The Further in Insidious. But this
Yeah.
door was just regular colored. It was like a bluish door with like a white wall at the very end of this long hallway, and it was getting closer and closer, very, very, very slowly. Like it wasn't intimidating to at face value, but more than likely it probably was. So I'm like, I see a door, but it's open and nothing's coming. I didn't see any shadows at all. It was just an open door like you would see at a random house. But it got closer, like I was moving down the hallway. And at that point, I think I said it's getting closer like once or twice, and that's when you pulled me out. As soon as you pulled me out, the numbness went away from right to left. Because I remember getting pulled out, and like I got out of the chair, and it was like my left hand stuck a little bit. Like I was like I did that, and then it was done. Very
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. So when you started describing the door, my immediate reaction was, "Don't open the door." And like, I should pull him out before he opens the door because I can't tell him to not open the door.
Yeah,
I don't know what that door was.
I
I
don't either.
can't say whether it is or isn't bad, but that was just like my immediate gut reaction.
Which
So
is usually right.
yeah. So it's funny. You and Kaylee and a bunch of other people all said that they felt like there was a bunch of things around them that they felt crowded, like there was too much.
Mhm.
Um, I did this by myself 2 days before, or the day before we left to come out to Rock Island. I lasted a minute and a half before that feeling of paranoia was so bad, and me knowing that I was the only one home, I had to take it off and turn the lights on because I'm like, that was such a weird, weird feeling. So let's talk about what the experiment was. There were two aspects to this experiment.
Okay.
Basically, we were taking the Estes method and adding two new things to it. Thing number one, the mediumship cabinet. Now, the mediumship cabinet is used basically in two different ways by mediums during the spiritualism era. By frauds, it was used as a way to hide what they were doing because it's literally, for the one we're using is like it's a pop-up changing cabinet that's 4 foot by 4 foot by I think 6 foot tall. And when it's all closed up and everything, it gets really dark in there. Like you can't see. Um, so frauds would use it to hide their fraudulent activities. Real mediums would use it as a way to amplify their ability. It acts as kind of a instead of your psychic energy being allowed to kind of move around throughout the whole room, it's contained into one spot, which makes it easier for spirits to manifest. It makes it easier for mediums to connect to the other side. That was a whole thought process behind the mediumship cabinet. We did the mediumship cabinet at McClay Mansion to great success. Uh, Last weekend, I took a class on the mediumship cabinet. Like it was like an 8-hour course we took on it, and holy crap, that was a wild, wild day. Loved it. And we just signed up for. Well, I just signed up for a 4-day course on using the mediumship cabinet and doing physical mediumship with it for that I'm going to be doing next May. So that's exciting. So I'm going to learn more about it and be able to do more with it. But that was one aspect of it. So we had people doing this experiment while sitting in the cabinet. With most people, we kept the doors open. So it contained energy a little bit, allowed some of it to leak out, so it wasn't too overpowering. But for Thomas, Kaylee, and Trevor, we shut the door because you guys are experienced. We know you guys know what you're doing. We
Yeah.
felt confident letting you guys have the door shut. The other aspect is with the Estes method, usually you listen to the spirit box. You weren't listening to the spirit box.
It was a hardwired headset.
Yeah, it was to an MP3 player that played a soundscape that I created. It was a combination of just pure white noise and this.
Oh, it's fucking with my headphones again. Well, here, wait. Look, do you want to try something?
So,
Pause that.
let me explain what this is.
All right.
So, what this is they're crop circle tones. This is from the CE5 app that Stephen Greer makes. So if you use the original CE5 protocol that was developed by Stephen Greer, you play that noise for 15 minutes before you even start. And it's meant to kind of set the energy around you to allow the extraterrestrials to find you and come down to you. So Tanya and I were watching the Haunted Objects podcast with the Greg and Dana Newkirk. And out of nowhere, Tanya just goes, "Hey, what if we did the Estes method with those crop circle tones?" I'm like, "We can definitely do that." And she goes, "And what if we put white noise on top of it?" I'm like, "Hold up, pause the episode, grab my computer, put the white noise and the crop circle tones on top of each other." And I hit play. And immediately the two of us got chills and started getting creeped out. And like, okay, stop. We need to do this like as an actual experiment with people that we know, so we have data points. So it's more than just us.
Yeah.
So it's definitely weird. It seems to give a completely different result than the Estes method or the Gansfield experiment by themselves. It's definitely weird. And we did it there at Rock Island. I did it a little bit here at my house. We're going to continue this experiment and do it at a few other locations. Because you never know how much of the experience is from the location itself versus what you're doing. So definitely going to be doing this more. And I'm going to make this sound available for people if they want to download it and do the experiment on their own.
What if we did a quick session here over the airwaves?
I am all for that. However, because I've done that before, not with this specific experiment, but experiments like this before over like Zoom calls and stuff. There's a slightly different setup I'd like to have to do that. So
Okay.
I'm down for doing it, just not tonight.
Yeah, that's fine. All good. But yeah.
It was interesting. Yeah, we I think it was Kaylee had called out one of the rooms that was down the hallway, which was one of the rooms that was locked. We couldn't get in there. But we definitely had some weird experiences down in that hallway besides the experiment. So before so Saturday morning, we get there, we get downstairs, make sure everything's, ready to go. And we're just kind of like sitting there. And Tanya and I both looked on the hallway and we saw a shadow figure walk past the door, which it kind of bothered me a little bit. Not that I saw it, but the way that I reacted, because I didn't react. I'm just like, "Oh, shadow figure."
That's pretty much
Like it
how
was
I am
nothing.
at this point.
Because I was like, but it hit me, it dawned on me like that used to be something that made me super excited, and now it's just like, "Oh yeah, shadow figure."
The only time in the past like 5 years that I've reacted to a shadow figure heavily was whenever me and Brian were writing the book in MSP, and I had to react and investigate because Brian's over here like, bro, what the? I'm like, I forget you don't know what this shit feels like.
which is one of the reasons I love working with Get Haunted, because I get to relive some of that first time experiences,
Yeah,
but through other people.
yeah.
But the thing that
I
happened in that hallway that really kind of blew us away, both of us saw a black ball bouncing down the hallway.
but not an actual ball.
No, it was just like a shadow ball. It came out of nowhere,
Mm.
it bounced 2 or 3 times and then disappeared. And Tanya and I just looking at you like, "You saw that, right?" "Yeah, I
That's
fucking saw that. What
cool.
the hell was that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before." It was
That's
weird.
cool.
So, yeah, Candy, if you're still watching, Rock Island's haunted, just in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah, Candy, you might need to, yeah. I had something in my head and it sounded funnier in my head, so I didn't say it. It was just to be stupid. I'm controlling what I think before I speak now.
That's a first.
Yeah.
But yeah, all in all, Rock Island was cool. Well worth the 14 hours out and 14 hours back. All right. So we made a stop on the way out in Cleveland, and we went to the Buckland Witchcraft Museum.
Oh no,
It was
okay, no.
fucking awesome. It's not a big museum, but they have some really, really cool stuff. The owner was super nice. He actually invited us to come out and do a talk there at some point next year with about Ouija boards. So we might be making a trip out to Cleveland for that. But
Oh
yeah, it
yeah?
was really cool museum. They had a bunch of stuff from Gerald Gardner, who is kind of the father of Wicca, Aleister Crowley stuff. They had a whole section on spiritualism. They had a section on voodoo, and it really, really cool stuff. So if you go to Cleveland, I don't know why you would, but if you go to Cleveland, check out the Buckland Witchcraft Museum.
And also check out hold up. Hold Yeah, this. It's in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. The Haunted House Restaurant. It's a restaurant that's themed like a haunted house, and you have actors from a bunch of different horror movies that walk around and scare you.
Yeah, we looked into doing lunch there. We got a little bit of a late start, so we didn't really have time to
There's no worries.
stop there, but that was something we were going to do. Instead, we stopped at we found a restaurant on a river that we were going to stop for dinner. And we get there, they acknowledged us. They told us to sit wherever we wanted. So we sat at a table right next to the bar because the waitress was the bartender. And then we waited 20 minutes. We still didn't have menus yet. So we left and went to
Damn.
Popeyes.
Oh, that was
Hey, by this point, we were just really hungry.
yeah. Popeyes. I don't eat there anymore because food poisoning multiple times.
Ugh.
Yeah, the Popeyes in my area has gone to shit. They need to revamp the land at this point. So many oil stains and shit on that. It's not good. Now waffle there wasn't a Waffle House that was near you?
No, by this point, we were at the far west of Ohio, beginning of Indiana, and there's just
Oh.
nothing.
Okay.
Like we got back on the highway and started going, and there was a sign that said the next exit was like 80 miles away. I'm like, I'm glad I just got gas because that's a long way without an exit. So I mean, there's nothing.
Do you, speaking of that, do you know what grinds my gears? Whenever you see a rest stop, ahead, cool. I don't need to pee, nor am I tired. Keep going. A mile down the road. Next rest stop is 103 miles away. Motherfucker.
You know what's worse than that? When you're traveling and you see the sign for the rest stop and you look at your significant other and say, "Hey, do you need to stop and pee?" "No, I'm good." Are you sure? Because we've been on the road for 6 hours. Do you want to stop? No, I'm good. Okay. You get past it. You're 2 minutes past it. And all of a sudden she says, I have to pee.
The
Like, are
sign
you freaking kidding me?
the sign triggered the feeling. Yeah, I feel that. That's why I travel alone. The only person that I can be mad at is myself.
Well, Tanya did it so many times, so many times this summer that on the trip out to Rock Island, anytime I said, "Hey, there's a rest stop coming up. Do you need to stop and pee?" She's like, "No, but I'm going to anyway because otherwise you're going to yell at me." I'm like, "Okay, you're learning."
And I guarantee you, she had a lot to let go of.
Oh, Brittany, you are so right. It is so flat. We grew up in the mountains. Getting out there and just having flat was unnerving. I don't like it.
It felt liminal.
If it didn't feel real. I'm so used to being tucked into the mountains that it just getting out there where it's that flat is just
There,
unnatural.
there's an old joke back in the old days where there's prisons out in the Midwest that when inmates escaped and started to run, one guard would pull out his gun to shoot him. The other guard would be like, "No, wait, we can see for 4 miles. Wait, he'll stop and come back. He'll give
Yeah,
up." I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, for sure.
but yeah,
But yeah, no, the drive out wasn't too bad. We ended up stopping Thursday night. We were about 2 hours from Rock Island. So we stopped, got some sleep, finished up the next morning. But on Sunday we went straight home.
oh yeah, that's granted. My drive was half of yours. Mine's only a 6 hour drive,
Yeah, we had
but
14.
I took off
But
on Friday.
we didn't hit any tractor trailer tires like somebody who was only a couple hours behind us.
Jeez, yeah, that scared the fuck out of me. I woke up to the group chat just spamming at work. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I tap it and then I just see I hit a damn tractor tire. I'm like, and you're still alive? Thank God. It was
Yeah.
yeah. Um, granted, I can't say much. I had one bad accident on the way back home from an investigation once too, but didn't total up my car, but was a hefty fucking deductible fee.
Yep.
But yeah, I took off on that Friday, left at 3 a.m., got to Rock Island at around 9:30 a.m. and helped set up and all that shit and was tired. And then me and Ryan from Paranormal Theory, we went out and had some drinks. One
We
too many.
know. We know. We saw you there.
In my defense,
It was
me
Ryan's
and
fault.
it wasn't Ryan's fault. In my
This was a great
defense,
opportunity for you to blame Ryan.
oh, okay, it was Ryan's fault. In my defense, Ryan did say before we left Rock Island, bro, you want to hang out? Sure. You want to go to the bar at the hotel? Sure. You want to get drunk? We'll see where it goes. He goes because I'm too fucking tired. I'm not leaving that fucking hotel. We can just take the elevator up and go to bed. And I'm like, cool. I'm a lightweight. I had 3 drinks. I was well past tipsy. Wasn't drunk. I could still talk and walk straight, but I was tipsy. And then
He did not stutter.
I didn't stutter at all.
No.
I don't stutter when I'm tipsy, and I don't talk at all if I'm drunk. This is what you guys always, but not you guys, but like Thomas and Rob and them, Kate and Kaylee, a fuck ton. They were poking fun of me. You were drunk. You were drunk. No, you know how I know? Because when I get drunk, I go speechless. I zone out. I do not move. I literally, this is me drunk. Uh-huh. Huh. If someone calls my name, it's. Hmm. 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 That's all you get when I'm drunk. That's why I haven't gotten drunk in over a year. I don't like the I don't like it. The feelings just I don't like it. But tipsy me, I don't stutter and I'm annoying.
as opposed to when you're sober, when you stutter and annoying.
So
So the only difference
yeah.
between a tipsy Trevor and a sober Trevor
So
is the stutter.
if I am sober, I'm normal me, slightly annoying, slightly calm. Now, when I'm tipsy, I'm all annoying and I don't stutter a second. If I'm drunk, I will need somewhere to sit or the floor, and I will go. I will go mute and just grunt and not move. That's why I don't like to get drunk anymore. I gotten drunk too many times in the past like year or two for reasons I don't want to talk about, and just don't like it. Drunk me may be fun to other people when they see me. It's like, God damn, he finally shut the fuck up. But for me, it's just not a fun time. So tipsy. I was heavily tipsy, but there is a fine line between tipsy and drunk for me, and you don't want to see drunk me. It's very sad. You're still annoying. Yeah, and you're still Bailey Basinger. Hey,
So
guess what? Lululemon. But anyway,
so so for the history nerds out there, if you go to Rock Island,
yes.
there are two things that I unfortunately did not get a chance to do while I was out there, but will definitely try to do next time I'm out that way. If you cross the river into Iowa, there is the world's largest spoon museum. Found this out because we went across the river to Iowa to go to Cold Stone Friday night, and we drove past the world's largest spoon museum, which we would have stopped at if they were open because we're nerds
Question:
like that.
if you go there, is everyone there automatically the little spoon?
I don't know, but I told Tanya that I kind of want to buy the building next to them and make the world's largest ladle museum, which is
Oh,
just a big spoon. Moving on. In Rock Island is the Rock Island Armory, which is a military base that you can go to. You have to go through a little, they do a little background check on you when you get to the gate and whatnot. They'll give you a visitor's pass there, but there is a
wait, restart that sentence. You pulled at me. You said there is a museum there. You will need to get visitor's pass. We don't know what the fuck you said that sentence.
when you get to the gate of the armory, they would do a background check on you,
Okay.
and they'll give you a visitor's pass as long as you pass the background check. Which will allow you to get out onto the base
Okay.
and go to the museum area. There is a armory museum on the base that you can go to. They have a little park that has tons of different types of artillery guns around it, including the one that I would love to go see, Atomic Annie, which is a cannon, the only cannon to shoot a nuclear weapon.
Oh,
They
didn't
so
know. Didn't know Kenny's good.
during the Cold War, they were coming up with all kinds of weird ways to fire nuclear weapons. Atomic Annie was one of the ones that they tested, and to see how reasonable it would be to do that. So they have Atomic Annie there. When I found that out, I'm like, oh my god, we have to go see Atomic Annie, and we never had time. But
Now I gotta look up Atomic Annie. Pause.
there is a video of YouTube of Atomic Annie shooting a nuclear missile, and you get to see the explosion and all that. It's pretty cool.
Atomic Annie cannon. Is it connected to a vehicle? Oh shit.
You gonna share with the class?
That is massive. Let me add some context. Let's again watch some 18 plus Ouija board shit. Let me use it. Why is it? It keeps flickering in and out. Let me just do this. Fuck it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Giant cannon fired a nuclear warhead.
That shit is endowed. Anyway.
So yeah. there's your Cold War era history lesson for tonight.
When I was in history class back in high school and we were learning about like what Cold Wars were, a lot of my class thought it was a Cold War because it took place in the winter. Turns out it was just a war with no physical fighting.
No overt fighting.
Yeah.
There was definitely covert fighting.
Yeah, wait, what? YouTube is broken? What? Like for real it's broken. What?
It's working for me.
Yeah, I just opened up my channel. I'm on my subscriptions now. Yeah. I went up in subscribers. I'm now at 1.73. It's definitely working. I don't know what you're seeing, Brittany, but I hope it gets. Try restarting your internet. I don't know if you're on here, you have internet. I don't know. Ask YouTube to be nice. But anyway, is that all you got?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's broken on phones. I have YouTube app on speed dial.
You have dial up?
I mean, with the days.
No, my
No,
YouTube's working.
my YouTube's working fine.
Maybe your phone just sucks.
Yeah, you probably have a Samsung. I forget you have a Samsung, Bill.
No, I don't.
Oh, did you switch?
I haven't had a Samsung in over 10 years.
Oh, I thought you were a Samsung guy. Okay.
No.
No, never
No,
mind.
Samsung and iPhone do the same thing where when they put out a new phone, they push an update to the older phones to make them work shittier so that you want to buy the new phone. So once I find out they do that, I won't use either one.
So what phone do you use?
Kyocera.
Kill Sarah?
Kyocera. It's a Japanese company. But the phones are made to the US military spec. So you can
Oh,
and I have dropped them down the steps. They don't they're shatter resistant. Um they're good underwater up to like 20 feet deep.
damn. Okay.
And they'll work underwater even. And I've dropped mine in the river enough times that I need that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm an iPhone bitch. I have too much stuff backed up to my cloud and too much shit that if I go to transfer it, it would take days, and I'd rather not. My phone's still working fine. I've already paid it off, so my bill is cheap, and hopefully my phone don't die in the next year or so. Because I don't see why they may. I wish iPhones were made like gaming consoles. They made one new one every 4 or 5 years. Like,
Yeah.
sell it for slightly higher. Instead of it being see, my iPhone at the time was $900. If you sold my phone to me for 1,300, but never made it go slower, updates didn't fuck it up, and I didn't have to buy a phone for another 5 or 6 years, I would easily do that shit.
Well, that's one of the reasons I like the Kyoceras. They're like a six or $700 phone, and my last the first one I had lasted me 4 years. The one after that lasted me 4 years. The last one I had, it lasted 2 years, and then the battery went in it. And then I got this one while we were out in Missouri, and this has an awesome feature that you don't find on modern phones. You can take the battery out and replace it. Like the back
Oh
cover
shit.
comes off and you could take the battery out, which is awesome because usually it's the battery that dies first.
That's pretty. Hell, I can take mine out too. I just won't be able to put it back in. But look how pretty that is. It
Eh,
ain't. It ain't.
I use an iPhone for work. I hate it.
It ain't $900 pretty, but it's something. But you want to see a pretty cat? Now see you.
Now I just see me.
But we're getting off topic.
A little bit. But yeah, I mean, that pretty much covers Rock Island Esoteric Expo for us.
Yeah, it was fun. Be sure to check out sometime soon. I'm assuming next Monday or the Monday after that. Sarah and Rob want to get together and do like a whole expo looking back on how it went type thing. So if you guys are interested in this, you'll like that. Be sure to check out Bill's shit. Do you want to mention or tease
Nope.
what you have planned? All right.
Nope, not yet.
Because when I'm gonna shout us out, and is there any point to do shout outs for you if that's gonna happen?
Yes, because I'm going to own them for a while, so they're still going to work. They're just going to link to the new place.
All right.
Things are happening with Empty Casket. You'll find out in a couple weeks.
Yes. Cool things, big things, small things, 18 plus things. Yeah. So go check out emptycasketparanormal.com. He does creepy things with wires. Buy your little Labubu. That sounds like a rap name. Go buy your little Annabelles. Go get a custom Ouija board. They're cool. If you want to learn more about how not to be afraid of cardboard and Ouija boards, emptycaskettalkingboardmuseum.com. Gethaunted.com. For all your paranormal network community needs and wants and the desires. My thing. You like watching horror? Not horrors. Horror in a weird sense. Fucking watch my shit. Thank you. Please. Tickets on Extreme. That was for something. But go buy tickets on Extreme Ticketing. There's a lot of different
There's really cool events coming up, including New Egypt, Mid Orange. We got the kickoff of Get Haunted Midwest. There's 3 events out that way coming up.
Yes.
And there's more that I'm forgetting. I don't have it open in front of me.
You're fine. I don't have it open in front of me either. But yeah, extremeticketing.com and more specifically extremeticketing.emptycasket. Go get your empty casket needs. That'd be a weird sales pitch for a funeral home.
Yeah. Sounds like something I would do.
The Empty Casket Funeral Home. What if you bought an old funeral home and that was your brick and mortar?
I'm looking. That's actually that or a an old Victorian home are the 2 things I'm actually looking to hopefully get.
Like Crimson Peak style?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that shit. I wish men dressing in that stuff was socially acceptable, but people will look at you weird.
And plus, look at you weird anyway.
That's a lot of fucking money too.
Yeah.
But all right, 4 comments left. Is there a White Hill event that's coming up?
There might be. I don't remember.
Brittany, go buy a ticket if there is. I don't care if you show up or not. Give us money. No, I'm kidding. Well, I'm not kidding, but respectfully, give us money. November 1st, I almost said a Rhode Island. Rock Island Roadhouse. Get Haunted Midwest Season 0. Do it. Do the do the thing.
All right. So November
Yes.
8th, White Hill Mansion. November 15th, Mid Orange Correctional Facility. November 22nd, New Egypt. And then for Midwest, on November 1st, you have Rock Island Roadhouse. November 8th, you have the Broadwell Funeral Home. And November 15th, you have Old Williams County Jail.
I will not be there because I'll be in the middle, but I should be at either Broadwell or Rock Island. I just don't know which yet. Probably Rock Island. I'm not sure if any tickets have sold to Broadwell. If not, if you are in here and you share out and help out Get Haunted with promo and links and posts, share out Broadwell Funeral Home, Rock Island Roadhouse, and Old Williams County Jail. Get that shit out there. Pump it out, please. Send it to your mom, your friend, and your dogs. And the cabin on 360 is here. How's it going?
Welcome.
First time
You've made it to the end.
Yes, you made it to this very random end, but here we are. Come to Rock Island. I will. I'm trying. Hold your horses, Ryan. I love you. Yeah. All right. I'm tired. Bill's tired. We're rambling. Cabin, you're never late to the show. Just rewatch it after the VOD. Just pretend we're talking about things you're interested in. I'm kidding. I'm rambling. I promise you, I'm not this random anymore. Whenever I'm not. Cabin on 360. I've never seen you here, but I've seen you on social media. All my friends that have been there speak very, very highly of you. Nice to see you here. I am unsure of the amazing person behind the keyboard of your name, but I hope you have a great night, and I hear nothing but great things. Yes.
I don't know who you are, so I'll take his word for it.
You never I've never been there, but you never heard like from Two Brothers Extreme or Rob and Sarah about the cabin on 360?
Nope.
Oh. I've never been there, but I hear from a lot of my friends that it's an amazing place. But I don't know anybody associated to it. Denise Estlock.
Dennis, not Denise.
I need sleep so bad right now. I do apologize. I am so sorry. Dennis.
Oh.
I am so sorry. But don't. If I ever go there, they're gonna give me shit, and I deserve it. That's Dennis Estlock. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I hear nothing but great things from everyone that has been there. I will make it out there one day. We need to change. Y'all's never been there. Oh, I would love to. I was complimenting. What the fuck?
Kaylee asked for the buzzer.
Oh, fuck you, Bailey Basinger. Go do something else. I don't know. Quickly. Dennis, where is the cabin on 360? Me and my friends haven't talked about it in a while because we've been focused on the Rock Island. I know it's somewhere northeast compared to where I am. I just don't remember where. Because if it's relatively close, it might be a weekend trip. But if it's not somewhere close, I'll make it up there eventually. And thank you. Thank you, Brittany. I'm usually random and funny and kind of annoying, but like when I'm this tired, I missay stuff in a non-funny way too much, and I need sleep. I get too off the rail in a very calmly weird way. But Cabin, if you're still here, let me know where you're at. But other than that,
Mechanicsville, Virginia.
Mechanics. That's a dope ass town name. That sounds cool.
Yeah, that's 6 hours from me. That's long. That's a long drive.
6 hours isn't that bad for me. But then again, I travel for a living. Me- okay, That's a cool name. Mechanicsville, VA. Yeah, VA.
There is
Okay.
there is a really awesome oddity shop in Richmond, Virginia. When I went down to the USS North Carolina, on the way back, I stopped in Richmond, went to that oddity shop. It was awesome. So
uh, the cabin on
might have to make my way
360.
down there.
The cabin on 360 might be a next year thing. It is an 11-hour drive.
I just
So
did that 2 weeks ago.
yeah, but how many times do you do that every year?
This year I did it 4 times.
Okay, you're just better. Okay.
I am.
But granted, now that I think about it, I have roughly 1 more month of travel before I can't travel anymore till next year. Because from Black Friday to Christmas Day, my work's not I'm not allowed to take off at work. Because I'm Santa
But
for
in shorts
but in shorts and with no beard, with the
with
ginger.
purple and
I
orange.
yes.
Works for
I
FedEx. Fucking
yes.
Trevor.
Yeah. So from Black Friday to Christmas, the only way that I can take off is if I get sick. And then honestly, I usually do get like a mild cold halfway into fucking peak season because going from a very warm truck to freezing temperatures 160 plus times a day, that shit'll make you fucking feel like shit.
Yeah, we've been having hot days and cold nights, and yeah, that's the time of year I always get sick.
Yeah. Now, granted, I could just suffer through it and keep myself cold so that way, like, just use the body heat. It'll be colder, but at least I probably won't get sick as frequently. But I don't. Well, it may be a warm winter. I don't fucking know. Um, are you driving to Mido? No, no. I am flying from Nashville to Newark, Pennsylvania, and then I'm driving
New
1
Jersey.
hour. Sorry,
Newark's in New Jersey.
my bad. From Nashville to Newark. And then I got lucky. I could not find a single hotel open near or that was not sold out. Which is a weird time of the year to be sold out, but whatever. Um, and so I got on. My mom's like, try VRBO. I'm like, sure, because all Airbnb had in that area was like they look like drug houses in Warwick. I'm like, I'm not trusting the shit. But VRBO had like this old Victorian bed and breakfast that looks beautiful. I got it for 2 nights for $300, and the only thing is, everything in my room is pink. So that's gonna be It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be staying in like a Victorian era grandma room, and I love it.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm flying up. And if you guys want to hang out afterwards, or before or after, if you guys want to come together and hang out in my Airbnb, it's only 7 minutes away from from Middo. It's 7 minute drive. Same town. So if you want to come hang out before or after, if you want to hang out before and then get drinks after, if there's even anywhere to get drinks after, I don't know.
There's a distillery on the premises.
Oh, no, okay,
Just down the road, but it's on the
okay,
same property.
okay. Well, but yeah, you need a heated hoodie. That would make me die. Um,
Yeah,
package
yeah.
packer.
So November in Warwick, New York is kind of hit or miss. We've done events there in November where, it's shorts weather, and we've done it where it's winter jackets and, you're sitting there shivering and freezing your ass off and everywhere in between. So it's kind of hit or miss weather wise. You don't know what you're going to get.
I wear long pants everywhere if it's not at work, so I'll bring a sweatshirt in case. I remember I live an hour from Middo. Oh yeah, true. I'm gonna cancel my Airbnb and come and sleep in your house. No, I'm kidding. I'm kid- I love his face. That
Thankfully
was the
for me,
most.
I'm 2.5 hours away. So no, you're not.
No, I was talking to Kaylee. I
I
probably
know.
should
I'm
have.
just saying.
Oh, I dude, that you got bug out there for a second, and that was funny. That was funny.
I
Do
I
it
just
again.
I just I just wish we could have seen Kaylee's face when you said that.
By the way, Kaylee, I am joking. Why would I drive an hour if I only have a 7-minute drive? I'm fucking kidding. I am gonna mention that in person, though. Just I don't care. Be funny, I think. I don't know. But we really need to end this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. We already did all the shout outs. So Brittany, Steven, Kaylee, Sarah, Cabin on 360, CNR, the whole 9 yards. Thank you all. Much appreciated. We love you all. And Bailey can go fuck thyself. Yeah. Love you all. Take care. Sleep safe. Don't drink Kool-Aid.
Unless it's from
Don't
Get Haunted.
unless this no, I said drink Kool-Aid.
No, you said don't drink Kool-Aid.
Please drink it. And don't buy Lululemons from an alleyway and make sure
Th-
you're
I think
huh?
I think you're good on the advice.
Yeah. Bye.